quiet. Let's do it. What?
What up, dog?
Yo. What you got, homie?
Got some drink, man.
Some drink.
What's up, motherfuckers? What up, everybody? Welcome to episode 4, Mask Off Therapy. We have a very special guest today. We're down here at Live Kansas in Klamath Falls, Mr. Josh Keating.
What up, everybody?
Got the boys together, the team here.
Tosh the Qualls, buddy.
And Matt Strong in the building.
So, we got Josh on here today. We're talking a little bit about how tattoos play such a huge role in mental health and therapy and stuff. It's been a huge part of my my life, you know, ever since I was a kid, coming through addiction and everything, with just building a relationship with the artists and shit. So got Josh on here talking about life as a tattoo artist and what that's all about. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Josh.
Well, y'all asked me earlier where I'm from and all of this stuff. So I'm from Louisiana. I'm from a small town called La Place, right between New Orleans and Baton Rouge. Been here for about 4 years in Oregon. Enjoying it so far.
Is that how long it's been? 4 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah. I forgot. For some reason I thought longer.
Did you guys come here and immediately open up Live Canvas? Just so everybody knows that he's the owner of Live Canvas, Klamath Falls here, and him and his wife run it. Mac works down here too. They're pretty much the top artist, in my opinion, top artist down here in Southern Oregon. Nobody can fuck with his black and gray portraits at all. Hands down the best. Yeah, there you go, right there. He just wrapped up a Heath Ledger Joker piece on me. I'll post some pictures of that in the group. But back to how when you moved to Southern Oregon, did you guys immediately open up your shop down here? Were you down here for a little while and then?
I think we opened within about 2 months of being here.
That's impressive.
Did you guys come and check this place out for a while? Or a couple weeks and then go home and then be like, oh, we want to move out there?
We had our house for sale in Louisiana, and we were planning to move around Tennessee, I think, at the time. And then we had some friends move up here, and they were like, you know, all the shit you like about Tennessee is here, plus weed's legal. So,
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
No fucking brainer. So I come here, and the day we came to visit, our house sold. So I was well, fuck, we'll just take it as a sign. Right? We'll check it out and see what it's about. And we came and visited for a week, and then decided we would move here. And from there, we kind of started researching stuff online and found a place that we thought we wanted to rent. And then we got out here and we looked at it and we were like, there ain't no fucking way.
Yeah.
So it ended up taking a little longer to get started because we initially wanted to come and just go straight to work.
Yeah.
But it just didn't work out that way. So it took about 2 months to get going. And once we got going, it was...
To get that shop over by the chicken shack.
Yeah. And once we opened, man, it was balls to the wall. I thought I would be sitting around waiting for work, but people were knocking the door down to get in there.
And now did Scourge, was he here when you came here, or did you get here first and then he came here?
He started at our original shop.
Yeah, that's where I remember him at.
As I was leaving, he took my position there pretty much
The boss?
to fill it. No, well, just to sit in, to have another body there.
Yeah.
But after I got here, I was so busy. After about a year, I started, asking around if anybody wanted to come guest spot or join me and help me out. And just so happened he had always considered moving to the PNW. So
That's cool.
Yeah.
here we are.
That's
Pacific
awesome.
Northwest.
Yeah, speaking of guest spot, I know that you guest spotted over at Sweetwater. That's actually where I first met you, over with Johnny Smith. It was pretty cool. How's it feel? I think like guest spotting, like tattoo artists guest spotting in a place, it's like a huge compliment to that artist. How does that?
Yeah. Well, and it helps the shop that they
helps
go
the shop?
to
It's
too.
like, you're like a featured artist
Yeah.
at that shop. It's
Yeah,
pretty-
definitely. If it's especially if it's like an artist that you respect or
Mhm.
somebody you look up to or want to learn from or whatever, for them to invite you or
It was like a reputable shop.
Right.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure everybody knows who Johnny Smith is. So that's who we're referring to from Sweetwater. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Have you ever done any of those expos where they do the
The conventions. We've done
the
a few.
conventions?
We actually, I think the last one we worked was we did with Johnny Smith.
Nice.
It was at was it the last one that we
The
did?
Portland Expo.
Portland.
Did you do it too?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, right on.
That's cool. Yeah,
It was
those
pretty
things
fun.
pretty
I
cool.
want to go to it.
I actually first time I met Johnny was at the Evergreen convention in Eugene,
Nice.
and he came up to us and was like, said, I guess somebody had some work of mine that went to his shop, and he said he wanted to meet me, so
That's
he came
cool.
talk to me. And I was like, what the fuck?
He's like, Johnny Smith?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Pretty much, because I didn't think Johnny would know who the fuck I am.
You know what I mean? Like
I'm fucking nobody here.
well, you're becoming
Was.
somebody.
Now he's-
yeah, was.
Yeah.
He's a pretty well known artist. Definitely built.
He just don't know he is. Everybody around him knows it but him.
I like to be oblivious.
Yeah. Keeps that ego in check. No, we were talking
I
a bit,
definitely
a
don't
little
have
bit
much of
about
one.
So he gets down in private around us, just him and his home. He's like, what?
Yeah.
Everybody sucks.
He's all
but
this.
me.
Yeah.
what he says. Put some respect on my shit.
All right. Up my prices.
That's cool.
How did your
That's
Family.
COVID related.
right? How did the family adjust to moving to Oregon
Yeah.
from Louisiana? What's like a big difference?
The kids were pretty young, so it was easy for them. They just kind of jumped right into it, and they love it here. It's a little bit more of an adjustment as an adult for sure. Leaving everything everybody
That's tough.
and just coming to a town where it's pretty small and tight knit already, so you don't really feel like you fit in with people, so.
So what kind of toll does that take on your mental?
I mean, I kind of usually stay to myself most of the time anyway, so it's not too bad for me. I'm not
Social.
I'm not super social, even with family and stuff. Like back at home, I wasn't around them all the time or visited with people a lot, so it's still kind of, I think, equal as far as when I go back home to the time that I spend with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know, like moving to a whole nother, not even just another city, but a whole nother state, opening up a business with no guarantee of work and shit
Across the country.
had to be stressful on your marriage.
Well, see, the way it worked out was as soon as we had the idea and concreted it that's what we were going to do, we had a talk with each other more or less and kind of said, look, it's going to be hard, it's going to be stressful, we're going to fucking probably go broke, we're going to say some shit that we don't mean.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
we just need to mentally prepare
Just know
for,
that I love you,
for that.
baby.
Yeah.
Right. And that is, it's not gonna make or break us. You know what I
That's
mean?
cool. That's it. It's good to keep that communication open like that. People don't understand, like, that's what keeps marriages together. is
Communication in a relationship is
Oh,
everything.
I mean, we
I respect.
we have to communicate because we live and work together. So
Right.
it's like
Yeah, true.
there's
That'd be
not
tough.
much time apart. So
It's tough.
Yeah.
and they still get along. Which
Yeah.
you gotta respect. Like I've seen them together; they still joke around with each other, and got that.
I hope those are
Make
jokes.
out with each other.
yeah, make out with each other. They do make out with each other.
Every once in a while.
No, it's cool though. They're good people. Tell me. I always want to know how you got started in tattooing. Never really talked about this.
So, I mean, I've always done art my whole life. Did the gifted classes in school and shit like that. And then got out of school, didn't really do anything art-wise, just kind of went to work and did a bunch of,
Labor,
yeah,
Well, I know you pursued
shitty jobs.
a rapping career at one point too.
bodybuilding.
Bodybuilding.
I wanted to do all kinds of things, man. I tried my hand at fuck anything you could think of. I tried it.
Porn.
Wrestled alligators.
Everything but wrestle alligators. But no, when I got with April, man, she knew me from like middle school and shit. And
Yeah, when did you? Is that where you guys met, or like you guys went to middle school together?
She was stalking you, bro.
No, I mean we went to middle school together for a little while, and like we knew of each other. We didn't hang out or have like many mutual friends, but and then we ended up going to high school together, and still kind of the same thing. Not really the same groups or whatever, but after high school we got together, and then she ended up getting me a tattoo kit for Christmas, like just a fucking.
Nice.
She wanted some fucking free
eBay
tattoos.
No, she didn't. She didn't even want the tattoos at first. She got it for me to tattoo, like just people
Other
around
people,
the neighborhood.
Play around and shit.
Yeah, just fuck around.
She wanted to get some practice first, but she,
You're right.
That's kind of how it went, man.
Yeah,
And I
that's
just
cool,
tattooed out of the house for a couple months, and then decided I wanted to take it seriously, and then went around to most of the shops that I really wanted to work for, or people that I wanted to work with, and just at the time nobody needed or wanted any help, and I just ended up going to a shop in town that I won't name, but they gave me a shot, and they gave me my first start, and I appreciate them for that, and then it just kind of branched out from there.
Well, I know it didn't take long for you had a shop in Louisiana too, right?
Yeah, I was kind of forced into that just because.
This was blessing in disguise.
Yeah, I guess so. I had bounced around a few shops just because the tattoo shop culture in Louisiana was kind of not great at the time.
Yeah, what is it like out there for tattoos? I mean, I've been out there a lot of times on fires and stuff, and people like look at my tattoos and be like, dang, those are so nice, and these aren't even, they're all right, but it's not like it seems like a lot of people out there aren't into the ink stuff too much.
A lot of people are into tattoos. They got a lot of people that are tattooed.
They're just shitty tattoos.
But I mean, when you
Just playing.
when you're in big cities or places that are super compact, you got so many shops, and the rules and regulations are different in different states, so it makes it easier for just anybody to do tattoos.
Plus,
or
people just do
whatever.
them at home.
Right. I mean, that's anywhere.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
why I said that.
Yeah.
we all know. We all start somewhere.
All right.
Yeah.
So you opened up your own shop, and you had. How did that go about? Like, how did it just take off right off the bat? Were you struggling for a little while? How'd you round up your artists and shit? How many artists did you have working in there?
Initially, like I said, I was kind of forced into it. I was in a shop that just kind of was going through a hard time, and
Fucking savior.
well, the owners were separating, and the business was going different ways, and was kind of putting artists in between things, and it kind of made it tough. So it put me in a position where I felt like I had to go somewhere else. And like I said, if you weren't tattooing for 5-10 years, most shops don't want you.
Yeah, sure.
So I was kind of forced into opening my own shop, and at the time, I kind of asked my mom, and she helped me out with a little money up front and got me started. And a couple other people that we knew kind of did some barter work and got all the plumbing done, all the fucking floors, painting, everything to get the shop set up to be up to standard for the state. And then got going from there. And it was a struggle for a while, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Even just opening in the town where I'm from, and knowing a lot of people and having a lot of people around that knew what I was doing and stuff. And I was still young at it, and I fucking suck. We all suck when we first start. We think we're better than we are. But yeah, it was hard at first, and
The
I had
persistence
maybe
pays off, though, and it definitely paid off in big ways. And I think that it's good that you stuck to it, and that's one thing I've always admired about you, because we talk quite a bit. I mean, we spend 4 or 5 hours together
right.
and talk about stuff like that. And I respect any business owner that just sticks to it like that, because it's fucking scary going out on your own. We don't have a guaranteed paycheck at fucking payday and shit. It's all about what we put into our business. That's what we get. Mac knows this too, because he's a private contractor as well. So it's a lot different than being employed by somebody else. So I always respect that shit about any business owner, and especially somebody that can take a successful business in one state and then fucking move it to another state and do it all over again. Even better, even bigger, and even better. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it can be done, you guys. Everybody that thinks that they're like stuck in this situation where something's holding them back, you just got to commit to it, and it can be done.
Mm-hmm.
Persistence, patience.
Yes, exactly.
I think we literally started out with like a loan of $5,000, and that was it, man. Here we are now.
Life.
Fucking millionaires.
Billionaires.
Soon. No, that's cool though.
I'm still living fucking paycheck to paycheck.
That's life in America, baby.
I'm poor. Bank owns everything.
So yeah, bank always own everything. Bank and the fucking IRS.
Don't even say that.
So yeah, fast forward, a few years later, like I said, one of the up and coming artists here in Southern Oregon, and super successful. He's building a really strong team here of artists and everything. So pretty cool. I was gonna ask you a little bit about because in my opinion, and Mac, you can chime in on this too, with I was talking about tattoos and therapy kind of go hand in hand. You guys spend a lot of time, one-on-one time with people. For some reason, when you're getting a tattoo, you just want to spill your guts to your tattoo artist.
They definitely do.
Yeah.
And so you kind of got to take on a counselor role as well. And it can be kind of dangerous at times. People are unstable. And
So are we.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't want to take advice from us.
What are you talking about? I love giving advice.
Yeah, I do.
I give the best advice.
Yeah, that's a tough one, because sometimes it's therapeutic for us to do the tattoos, but at the same time, sometimes that's the hardest part of doing the tattoo, is the mental aspect of dealing with certain clients or personalities, or what I mean, is it's hard to find that middle ground with some people where you can either have a conversation for 4 hours or you sit quietly for 4 hours.
Yeah.
I can be comfortable doing either.
Right. You're a pretty quiet guy.
It's hard when you get a client that comes in and that they've been through some kind of trauma, or they lost a family member or something,
Right.
and they want to talk to you about it, but you don't really know how to respond to it, because you don't want to say something that's insensitive or
do you
or
feel
something.
a lot of pressure at times?
Sometimes you do, and sometimes just joking around about little things here and there, kind of break the ice a little bit, and maybe open the conversation to something else. But it's always good for when people are getting tattooed. A lot of times, like you're saying, the therapeutic aspect of it is when they're getting tattooed, they kind of spill their guts to you, and it kind of helps them out a little bit, I think.
It does help them out, especially they want to tell you the background story to a tattoo. a lot of people have, tattoos have a lot of meaning to them. They're, like you said, a loved one died, their memorial tattoo or whatever they want.
Yeah, don't fuck that up.
Story behind it. Yeah. So that's where I was going with it is the pressure that it involves. Like, how do you guys deal with it? With some of the things that you
smoke a lot of weed.
Yes, Josh.
I just like to talk a lot when people are, when they're telling me shit. I just like conversate with them and I guess just go in depth with it a little bit and let them fucking vent to you. I kind of like to talk a lot when I tattoo. When I'm tattooing, I'm pretty comfortable with whatever, but I mean, other than that, I can't speak very well. So sorry, guys.
You do. What about you, Josh?
I mean, I'm
Besides
typically
smoking a lot of weed.
I'm typically I'm a quiet guy to begin with. So I mean, if my client's not really talking, I don't really push it. You know what I mean?
It's like turn on a movie and put on some headphones.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say something here or there to try to start a conversation, and if it doesn't happen, then I just zone out and do my thing.
So that doesn't mean he doesn't like you guys.
Right.
He still likes you.
Yeah,
Quiet.
I definitely I want everybody to be comfortable. However we're doing it, because usually we're sitting for a while anyway.
Especially if you're doing like a full day session on somebody and you're there for 8 hours or something, and sometimes it does get a little quiet and you're just like,
yeah, I mean, just even the physical aspect of it is, is very personal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's important to feel comfortable with whoever you're working with or working on, and sometimes, when you got enough artists, it's easier to kind of separate yourself from certain people that you don't feel comfortable with or want to work with or whatever. And, we can kind of pick and choose. And if, I do a tattoo on somebody and we don't vibe well, then next time I can be like,
I'll do it.
this guy right here. He's your
They're
guy.
like, yeah, this guy's he's a big mouth. He likes to talk a lot. Just go fucking talk with him.
And no disrespect to anybody out there, but it's just, everybody doesn't mesh with each other,
It's true.
Matt, you got a lot of tattoos. What is your personal experience like? Do you do it more of a therapy thing? Is it more of a cosmetic thing for you? Both? How do you feel tattoos go with mental health?
I guess it's a way to kind of rebel a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess
It's almost normal to have a tattoo.
You're
now.
missing a spot right here, boy.
Well, we've talked about like in today's world about how they're a lot more acceptable, especially like the neck tattoos, the face tattoos, and stuff.
Fucking head tattoos.
Yeah.
We've all been getting tattoos since we were kids, so we've always had that outsider
10 years old.
type deal. 10 years fucking young.
And they
fucking
just
believe
look
it.
cooler. Tattoos look
believe it.
cooler than not.
They look like a
tattoos.
10-year-old did on some of them.
Definitely look cool.
Yeah. I just think they have a good look.
Is there anything that you would say, like, okay, this scenario, say, how old's your boy?
13.
13-year-old pops and think I'm ready to get my tattoo. What do you say?
Fuck no. Say no.
At 13, yeah. Fuck no, but
You
if
know
he's
it's coming.
18,
You can't even
You know
form a
the
fucking
question's coming.
proper thought at 13.
Exactly. There's no
know
way
what
that
you're
you
gonna
get a tattoo when
Like, I
you're
want a
13.
smiley
They're
face
like
with a
it.
peace sign.
I remember the first time I got a tattoo when I was 18.
So you think 18 is an appropriate age to get tattoos?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that just because mental capacity?
Well, I just feel like it's because that's the
Depends
law.
on the person.
Okay. I think we let Brittany get her first tattoo at 17, and it was small, and she wanted it
At a shop or
for a while. No, we
Went to a shop.
got it out of a shop, but we made sure that it was something she wanted it for like a year or so.
Yeah.
It wasn't like one of those, because Ariana, my youngest daughter, she's 13. She watched me get tattoos over the years. Her very first tattoo, she wanted a giant emoji on her leg. So
yeah.
obviously,
Solid choice.
as the years go by, that changes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I feel like
down with
you're
the pop culture.
like
For real.
when you get a tattoo when you're 18 to the like, well, I'm 40 now, but your tattoo
21.
choices change a
Yeah,
lot. Like I
absolutely.
look at some of them and like, why the fuck did I put that on my body?
Well, I got my first one when I was 16, and it was my initials. And I'll be the first to say that's the dumbest fucking tattoo.
I want my name.
Serious.
You're on.
I just wanted a tattoo. So
Yeah,
it's
I
like
know.
the only thing I could think of
For
at the
sure.
time. So I was like,
Exactly.
let's do that.
I don't think you should regret any of your
No,
tattoos.
but it's
because
still
just like,
there. I
man,
haven't
I would
covered
have
it.
put something else there
they're
now.
bookmarks
Not
of your
necessarily
life.
proud of it.
Exactly.
I got my first one when I was 12, and my brother gave it to me, and I was gonna cover it up, but I was like, fuck, I was like, this motherfucker gave me this shit when I was like fucking 12 years old. I was like, I'm just gonna keep it. But that fucker covered my shit up. I did on him, fucker.
What a dick.
What
I know.
what I will say though is I do appreciate the law in Oregon that minors are not allowed to get tattooed in a
Yeah.
shop, because I dealt with that in Louisiana, and it's a
What's
fucking
it out there?
hassle. It's fucking horrible.
Was it like 16?
Wait, you have to have a law?
16, yeah. 16
Oh, you
with
can get a
parental
tattoo out
consent.
there when you're 16.
Yeah.
I think like Ohio or some weird shit's like 14 or some weird shit.
What?
Don't quote me on that. I don't know.
I think technically Louisiana you can get it at any age as a minor as long as you got consent.
It's my 11-year-old son.
I don't think
So you
there's
get a dragon tattoo.
I don't think there's like a technical number on it. It may have changed over the last few years, but I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a fucking pain in the ass, because
Well, yeah.
not only are you dealing with the child, you're dealing with the child's parent or parents.
fuck.
Yeah.
So then you got, at least 2 to 3 opinions, and then most of the time they bring a friend or 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's a gathering, and it's like they all got an opinion, and that one wants it smaller, one wants it to the left a half an inch,
And you're like, wait, this tattoo's going on this person. What the fuck do
and
they
it's like it's a 20-minute tattoo at best, and it takes 2 hours because
Right.
there's fucking 10 opinions in the room, and it's,
What about
it's
it?
not fun. It's not worth my time or the money.
Yeah, what about the money? Has the money ever been an issue tattooing a younger person? I remember one time I was getting a tattoo, and I won't talk about the shop, but there was a kid in there getting a tattoo, and coming into the tattoo, he didn't have the money that he thought he had. So it became a big issue, and
made him
he
wash
didn't have no
dishes?
fucking way to pay for his tattoo, and he had to scrounge up the money from a bunch. It was like a 3-hour process for dude to get paid.
Oh shit.
And have you either one of you guys ever dealt with a situation like that?
Mac.
Whoa, buddy, you're doing spot. No, no. I mean, I've dealt with that a couple times, but it wasn't like never like a super big issue. It was. I don't even really remember what the problems were, but it was just like I was just like, coming back tomorrow.
It
I
had
can
nothing
just-
to do with like the age of the person.
No,
Okay.
it was older. Somebody
Okay.
was older, and I was just like, fucking. I knew the people, so I was just like, we'll settle up later or whatever. But I've never had that problem come about and me not be able to collect or them not being able to pay me really.
That's good.
Um,
What about you, Josh?
No, because down there it's like the parents had to be there with them. So
Okay.
if the parent wasn't paying for it and they came up short, the parents would cover the rest. So it was never an issue. I think there was only
like, just
one
coming out of
time.
your allowance.
I think there was only
And they
one
get
time
their
that somebody
ass
skipped
kicked
out
out
on
the
paying
door.
for a tattoo, and it was a $10 name. It was like the
$10?
fucking. I worked at this shop for a week just because I needed a job, and the shop had just opened, didn't know shit about it, or the person that was running it.
Like we're doing $10 tattoos
Bro,
all
it
day long.
was the fucking
Damn.
worst shit I ever seen in my life. It was like the hoodest, worst street in Baton Rouge, and
Now I know where the rappers be going to get their tattoos at.
and one dude that was working in there, his workbench was straight up a fucking like a
Mattress?
old time like bench press.
Oh shit!
Fucking
So come over to my stance perfect for you, bro.
Yeah.
Jeff wants to get a tattoo right now.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I had one of those adjustable benches, and they got a whole back piece on that fucker. Very uncomfortable. I was gonna put you guys both on the spot.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
And we don't have to name any names, but like I said, I've talked to a lot of artists, and I always love asking them, what is their worst fucking experience tattooing somebody? Because I've heard some fucked up stories. And I know just one situation, one client, that one tattoo always stands out in your guys' mind. Let's hear it.
They fucking, wherever I'm tattooing, their skin gets ice cold or fucking like wet.
Yeah, clammy.
Yeah. That's how I know. I'm like, are you all right? You want to take 5?
Yeah.
Most of the time they're like, yeah, let's chill for a minute.
Yeah, somebody gets sick in your chair?
Yeah.
Are you asking because you heard the story?
No, I haven't.
Some people will be like, they'll sit up, bro, and they'll be like, or they'll be like, you could see like in their chest, they'll like want to catch their breath or something. And they're like, can I get a drink of water? And you're like, you're gonna pass out. We're gonna stop.
Yeah, it's like, don't fucking stand up.
Yeah.
They just immediately want to stand up when they feel like
because I feel like they might be. Sometimes people might feel like they might have a panic attack a little bit or something. Yeah, they're like,
they want to get out of the.
Well, usually right before you pass out, you're gonna start sweating. You're gonna fucking your heart rate is gonna go. Yeah, and you're gonna feel like you can't catch your breath. You're gonna get flush, and then you're gonna be like, I need to get the fuck out of here. You know, I've been there a couple of times, and I just told myself, just breathe.
I've had to catch plenty of people.
Well, and that goes back to like having panic attacks too and shit like that. You know how to talk yourself down. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So you're talking yourself down, getting control of your breathing. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the fuck you're doing to bring yourself back down to that level. Other people just panic and then they're gone, or they lose control of throw up or whatever. Mm-hmm. So let's hear your story, Josh.
So I don't want to give too many details.
Yeah, you don't need to put anybody.
But anyway, it was supposed to be a big half sleeve piece, and it was like maybe 5 minutes into the tattoo. And dude, I wasn't paying attention to him. I'm just doing the tattoo, and then next thing you know, his head kind of slumps over, and I look up at him. I'm like, oh shit, he's out. And then his head picks up, and he just fucking projectile vomits in his lap. And luckily, I didn't have to clean it up.
Oh no,
I couldn't do it.
I'll leave it at that. It wasn't a great experience for either of us. I think he ended up throwing up like 3 or 4 more times.
Oh, so you kept going after you cleaned it up?
No. He went to the bathroom after he came to, and he ended up throwing up a few more times. And he was like, "No, I'm fucking done."
He was done with 5 minutes tattoo.
Haven't seen him since.
Damn, that sucks.
I
walked around with a half a tattoo before, and that fucking makes me mad. I can't imagine a 5-minute tattoo. Going through all that.
I tattooed somebody one time. This was.
Let's finish that thing. You know who you are.
Oh yeah. Get your ass back in here.
Right. Yeah. We got numbing cream now.
Well, you don't get the good shit.
I was tattooing somebody one time, and the guy didn't speak any English, and his wife was telling me that
he might ask you guys about that.
It's all the time.
Yeah, it's
pretty
quite
common.
often. Yeah, especially around like the part, like I would imagine anywhere on the West Coast.
Yeah. Oh, I can.
You know what I mean? People, like this guy, his wife was telling me that he doesn't speak English and he wants his tattoo, but he might not be able to handle it. And I'm like, well, shit, like, well, he wanted like this big ass tattoo. I'm like, well, if you don't think he's gonna be able to handle it, he's really nervous. And I was like, well, we'll start on this fucking piece, the smaller piece of it, and we'll fucking go from there or whatever. Mm-hmm. And as we're tattooing, me and her are conversating because he doesn't speak in English. And I tell her, like, give her the rundown on if he starts feeling any type of way or whatever, give her the rundown on what to look for or whatever. Just let him know so he can let us know, or let you know so you can let me know. So we're sitting there conversating and going back and forth. He says something to her. I don't know what he says. And so we start fucking conversating, and we're just tattooing away. And I feel his arm like moving, like trying to move away from me a little bit. And I'm thinking, she said that he couldn't really handle it. He was kind of worried about him fucking
seized up.
Yeah, he was fucking. I didn't know this fucking for probably about 10 minutes of me tattooing this guy. He was out. And I was wondering why his arm was jerking, because he was fucking like going like crazy. And I'm like, holy shit. Because I wasn't paying attention to him because he couldn't speak English and we weren't conversating with each other. So I guess it's kind of important to, have like some kind of connection that you can fucking talk or something, or
It's got to be like an
some
awkward,
little bell or something.
up or down,
Yeah,
awkward
fuck.
situation.
But that was like the scariest
It's
point of
definitely
probably me tattooing somebody that passed out. I was like, "Fuck, did I kill this guy
Yeah.
or something? You know what I mean? Did he have a heart attack or
Well, I've heard some
or
stories
what? You know what I mean?"
about
And I was like
dudes
pretty scared.
doing
But
that, like falling off the table and hitting their head and shit.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they like don't know what the fuck to do. You call
like he said,
an
I've caught. He's probably he's taught people probably
Yeah.
just catch him. Be like, one
That's
time I caught
good.
this girl. And I looked at her man and he's freaking out and I'm like, bro, you gonna like get your
Yeah.
wife? And she's like, and I'm like, damn.
I've had to catch a number of people from falling off of the bed, and then I've had
Your
people
bed or the
off of the tattoo table bed. And then I've had, like I said, people want to just jump up when they start feeling funny, and it's like, bro, don't fucking get up. And they're like,
Sometimes,
no,
yeah.
I gotta get up, and they get up, and I had to go stand behind them because dude was drinking his water, and then the cup started spilling. I'm like, oh shit! Fucking hooked him under his arms and just had to kind of sit him down because he was bigger than me, so I couldn't hold him up. I just had to sit him down so he wouldn't fall on his face.
Yeah. I want to change gears here a little bit and go into. I know. So they just legalized mushrooms in Oregon.
Did they?
Right.
I gotta go call somebody.
So I heard. Now, a lot of people believe that psychedelics and mushrooms can be a huge positive impact to in all kinds of mental health problems. It can be kind of gateway to helping people open up. They've been using it for years and years and years and years.
They say it kind of resets the brain, maybe
Resets the brain.
in a
I
way or something. I don't know.
personally have never had a good experience on
Moderation,
mushrooms,
bro.
and I think that's why.
Microdose.
Because I don't know.
Well, that's where they get the positive results. It's from microdosing.
So, yeah.
Usually.
I don't know too much about it. I'm sure a lot of our viewers don't know too much about it. I heard through the grapevine that you guys are some professionals.
I wouldn't claim that. I've
No.
done it a few times.
Know a little bit more about the topic than us, and I think it's really important because we live in a world today where it's time to fucking open your mind. Like it's time to be open to some other avenues to help us out. It's not all just prescription drugs, to cure depression and anxiety and all that shit. So tell us a little bit about not only your experiences and what you think the benefits are of psychedelics.
We'll let Matt start.
What?
Psychedelics?
What about him now?
Tell us a little bit about not only your experiences with it, but what you think the benefits are to psychedelics and mental health.
I mean, for mental health, if you struggle with things, like we were saying, microdosing would probably be pretty good.
Real quick, everybody explain to everybody what microdosing is, because some people might not know what that means.
I don't really know that much about it at all. I just know that it's a lot less than what you'd take if you're trying to like really.
Well, I mean, all you got to do is research it online. There's kind of guidelines on what they consider a microdose.
Okay.
And you pretty much just weigh out a minute amount, and you can either put it in a capsule or just eat it or whatever.
Yeah, they do say though that it can help with mental health, and if you struggle with depression, anxiety, PTSD, things that go with mental health, they say it can help.
Or if you're just looking to fucking expand your mind,
Yeah,
it definitely helps with that.
I think they're fun. Like back in the day, like when we were growing up and we'd take them, like I thought they were fun.
Talking about microdosing, have you done that? What is your experiences with it? And would you recommend it to somebody? And how would they go about even fucking wanting to try it?
I mean, I got into it just by reading articles and seeing what other people said about it, and there's a lot of beneficial things to doing it. Supposedly helps with creativity and just cognitive, shit. Just helps with the brain. And I've only what people would consider microdose, once or twice. But I'll do a heavier dose once in a while to actually trip, which is fun, but it's definitely not for everybody.
Yeah.
Especially I would say if you're of the weaker,
if you're at novice level, don't do it.
I mean, sometimes it's the only way is to just jump in and fucking Mike Tyson handful, fucking slam it.
Right. Dude, he took a handful. That was crazy.
But yeah, I don't know. I enjoy it from time to time. When I did microdose it kind of just makes you feel good.
Happy?
It's hard to explain. Like
it is hard to explain.
It's not super noticeable.
It feels.
I feel like maybe you feel like you focus on things a little better, or like your vision's a little clearer. Your body just feels better.
Are we? So when you're talking about tripping and shit, are you referring to mostly mushrooms, acid, or both?
Right now, I'm just talking about mushrooms. I mean, I'm sure you can microdose acid.
Well, maybe
if you fucking got
a good chemist.
It'd be hard.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't. I've had a couple bad trips, like I said, so I never fucked with it too much
But
after that.
Even then, with mushrooms or acid, it's hard to tell what any given trip is going to be because
you never know.
The strain of mushroom can be different than you took last time, or whoever fucking concocted your batch of acid this go round may have made it
or
different.
you fucking might not be in the right mental state at the time.
Too.
Do you guys know? So since they did legalize it, is this something
That's
that
crazy
you
to
get
me,
for
like
your
that.
fucking doctor or a prescription?
It would have to be, if it's legal, it'd have to be a prescription from somebody,
Prescription?
or I think it's only legalized through prescription through a doctor.
What is it prescribed
I'm
for?
not sure.
Probably for mental health.
PTSD, I think.
Is it? Okay.
I think
didn't
so.
know. I don't know.
Like, yeah.
There's been studies done with like LSD and
DMT.
other psychedelics that have been proven to help
Mm-hmm.
with PTSD and traumatic events in people's lives to, I guess, make them more happy. Or
There's actually
I don't even really know how to explain it, but
on
It's
YouTube
also-
on Vice.
It's one of those things that can go either way, though. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Because they used that shit back in the day to fucking brainwash people.
Right.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
But we're
It's
talking about low,
powerful.
like for people to get help from it, you would have to take it in low doses. You couldn't be
Definitely.
like, I need some fucking mental health. I'm gonna go do a fucking sheet of acid. You know what I mean? Because then you ain't never coming back down.
No. I mean, some people might.
You're
wanna
gonna
do
think
that,
you're
but I'm
fucking a cup of
definitely
orange
not
juice, and
one
you're
of
not gonna want to go around nobody because you don't want nobody to spill you or some shit.
But that, or you start to fucking break down the matrix of life, and you understand that
Yeah,
this
that's
shit's
like what it
bullshit, and it's a fucking.
And now you just went down
It's
that
just
rabbit
it's a
hole.
reality show at this point. Life is fucking bullshit.
It's good. What are you
I
talking
think
about?
it can't help if it's not abused.
I lost my
Like the microdose.
experience. I had a bad experience because I lost control of myself. And I didn't like that feeling. I didn't know my body was not doing what I was telling it to do. My thoughts weren't doing it. And it was like a really bad experience. So I think it obviously took way too much.
What was your environment though?
And my environment was very hostile. So
Alright.
it was a no-go. But I've had friends that have done the shit for years, and they know how to control it a lot better.
Environment
So-
plays a huge part
Yeah,
of it too.
Huge part.
It's way better if you're comfortable, or if you're. Some people want to do it by themselves, but it's always better to, I would say, do it at your own home, or you know what I mean,
Yeah.
where nobody's gonna interrupt you, more or
Yeah.
less. If you're looking for,
Not around a bunch of drunk people.
right. If you're looking for a good experience,
They trip you out.
it's better to either do it alone or do it with somebody that you trust, or
Right.
in a relationship or whatever.
I know that earlier we talked about smoking weed, and CBD is like a huge thing in Oregon. And I think we all suffer from anxiety quite a bit, depression and stuff like that. and CBD's been recommended to me many times because I can't take any prescription drugs, or I'm not into any antidepressants or anything like that. I'm stubborn like that. So CBD's been recommended to me. Do you guys, any of you take CBD or know anything about it?
I'm in the same boat as you. I don't really do it. I've wanted to try it, but I've never. I've never.
I don't know what CBD is like just by itself, or like.
I think you can get CBD in form. You can get it in a form of like a cigarette form.
I've tried just straight CBD joints.
Yeah.
And I think my issue is that I smoke so much regular weed all the time that I don't notice if it has an effect or not.
Yeah. So that's what I was going to get into is somebody in the group recommended, a good friend of mine recommended trying some CBD oil for my anxiety. So there's a spot in the mall. We went in there, I think about a month ago, and had a long talk with the lady about different stuff they offer for different purposes, right? Because there's all kinds of different options. I don't know fucking anything about it. There's different milligrams of it. There's different dosages of it. And so we got these little droplets, and I've been taking those every morning for the past about month. Now, at first, she was it took my anxiety level down here, like right off the bat.
Really?
Within a couple days. Yes.
Wow.
However, I noticed like my motivation level went with it. Like
down?
Yeah, it went down. So even though I was like calmer, I wasn't like as fucking go get, like I wasn't jumping.
I feel like there might be, because what is it, sativas and indicas, and the indicas is like into the couch, and the sativa is more of like a energetic.
Maybe if someone watching this can give us a little more insight.
So
comment on this shit.
Is I cut the dose in half, basically.
Well, everybody's a little bit different chemically, you know what I mean? So what you need would be different from what I need or he needs.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely. That's why I was wondering if any of you guys ever tried it. So
I never
we
tried
could
to
kind
see
of bounce different experiences from it and give some of the viewers a little bit more knowledge, because I've always been really against weed. Like I've never fucking liked smoking weed. It makes me lazy. I don't get the same effect that other people do. However, like my dad smoked weed my whole fucking life.
Yeah.
And he never bothered nobody.
Yeah.
Mike smoked weed his whole life and never bothered nobody.
Yeah.
So it definitely affects people differently. And I know there's all kinds of different strands, different dosages, all that shit.
Now they got fucking shit looks like crack, bro. You're like, what is this?
People are getting a lot smarter about it all too. Like, say for instance, the dispensaries and stuff. I feel like a lot of the people know kind of what they're trying to sell.
Like my own ignorance kind of shut it down. So since CBD was associated with fucking THC, I'm automatically like, no.
I don't want to do any drugs.
I started in the back of my mind. I've been sober for over 9.5 years. So I think like somebody thinks I'm taking CBD, like I'm jeopardizing my sobriety, which is fucking stupid.
That is so dumb.
Like that. You know what I mean? Like I give two fucks about what anybody thinks.
Yeah.
Really, I shouldn't be.
You're just over here taking CBD.
He hasn't been sober for fucking 9.5 years. You know what I mean? So, anybody that's an addict knows that it's your choice of drug. That's what matters.
Yeah.
And alcohol's my choice of drug. But yeah, so I think it's a huge benefit to anybody that suffers from anxiety and depression. Dialing in your dosage, what I noticed the most important part, and that's kind of just going to be experimental. If anybody, obviously there's a lot of people in the group, and I know a lot of you guys fuck with it and know a lot more about it. If you guys can help us out, comment. We want to get on the show, better yet, and we can just discuss that, which would be great, because you can go, you don't need a prescription or nothing. You can go to a lot of these dispensaries and get the stuff. And if it's that beneficial, why not?
So let me just say, nothing's a fucking cure all.
Yeah.
Like you gotta have it in your brain, in your mental shit, it's got to be right. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You gotta
You can-
want it to do better.
Right.
Exactly.
You can do something to help ease whatever you're going through, or take something to help you get through it in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But in that moment, you still have to tell yourself, this is just a moment that I'm feeling this way. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm gonna still do whatever I need to do after this. I'm still gonna get up and stay motivated to do whatever it is I need to do and get through it. But yeah, some stuff helps, some stuff doesn't for everybody.
I'm all for alternatives to
Medication.
to medication. So if somebody wants to, I didn't always used to be that way, but I think it's important that we let everybody know that there is other options.
Oh,
You know what I mean? It's not all prescription pills,
It definitely
Or,
helps me.
shock therapy, or whatever.
And we're to help. Here, we're to help you out.
Stop too Slim Jim.
yeah.
No.
Shit.
Just give us a lobotomy. Fuck it.
Right.
Anything else you guys want to talk about?
For Josh, what was it like owning a small business in a small town during the pandemic? Like,
Oh, it kind of sucked. Just because we tried to follow the rules and do everything by the book, and we were shut down for 2 months, and that was pretty shitty. Mentally and
exactly.
monetarily also.
Mm-hmm.
It was a hard time, but I mean, we made it through and came back. Things were even better than they were when we stopped.
That's cool.
That's
That's
awesome.
good, man.
Yeah.
But we're also in a pretty small town that doesn't necessarily regulate all the things that the state put in place.
Which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
It's good, but at the same time, we still have to worry about OSHA, which technically shouldn't have any kind of say over anything we do because we're all contractors.
Yeah.
We have no employees, which is what OSHA is supposed to be over.
It's
But-
true. Yeah, they are.
But they're out writing fines and shit, so we gotta at least try.
Did you and you said you guys just complied with everything, so never got no fines or nothing.
No, luckily.
I feel like what would they do if everybody just kept their businesses open?
Yeah.
What could they do?
It's such
Yeah, exactly.
tough
That's what I
topic.
mean.
a
Like, is there really a cop that's going to drive to every fucking place and just write them a ticket, or whoever writes the tickets out to people? Are they really going to do that?
Yeah.
That's why.
Because that's their job. They're going to do it because that's their job and that's how they get paid. If they don't do their job, they'll get fired. You know what I mean? So everybody does like their job. So technically,
But in a way, though, you think about it, the guy.
they're going to be like, I got to do my job. You guys got to do your job. Like everybody's got to do their job. But the thing is, they still got a job and some people don't.
Yeah. It's sad. It sucks.
It's just so weird, backwards.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about this. Talk
Yeah.
about this.
It's bringing the whole fucking mood down.
Yeah, exactly.
What happened to that lobotomy?
Oh shit! Everybody, Josh, drop some of your social media handles so people can check out your Instagram, your Facebook. I know
Your
you
Twitter,
got a
your
website.
Snapchat, your
all
fucking
that shit.
TikTok.
man.
Fucking shit.
We'll do Instagram
Your
at
OnlyFans.
Josh Keating Tattoos.
yeah. It's only
Website www.
We'll put some links. We'll put some links up here. You guys can hit on.
You would shut the fuck up. I could finish. I think that was it though. So it's all good.
No, I know they got a. You guys got a live.
Just Google me,
canvas.
bitch. I don't know what to say.
You know who
Hell
the fuck
yeah.
I am. You know who
yeah.
the fuck I am. We'll put some links to. I know they got some links to Live Canvas, the shop, and everything as well. So we'll drop his links on the end of this program. You guys follow him, check him out. If you want to come get some work done, Get a hold of April. She does all the scheduling and gets you on the books.
Yeah, don't contact me.
Don't contact Josh.
I don't have shit to do with any of that, and I don't want shit to do with any of that. So
He's got his hands full. Anyways.
email me, joshkeatingtattoos@gmail.com. I guess that was the one I forgot.
Yep. So yeah, I think that's about a wrap, everybody. Check out our YouTube channel, Dope Sick Art and Next Level Clothing Company. Subscribe to the channel, share it, everybody, and
Share the fuck out of it.
out of it. I know. I ran into.
If you're watching it,
Don't
fucking
forget to
share
like,
it.
subscribe, and comment.
Hey,
That's right.
That's what the kids say on YouTube. Right? I've seen enough of it.
I was pretty shocked talking to somebody, a member of our Mask Off Therapy group yesterday, that didn't even know how to get to the fucking link on the channel, and was just been watching short clips through that we post on
Facebook.
Facebook, which is pretty weird to me.
Yeah.
Like if you see us
If you
drop
type in Mask Off Therapy on YouTube, doesn't it come up?
you
Yeah,
can
that's the
type
first
off
one.
Mask Off Therapy, but
Yeah.
that's not the name of the channel. So
Yeah.
that's the show. You're gonna get directed to the show,
But not the page.
not the page.
Then you have to click on the to the page to get it to subscribe.
Well,
Don't make it too difficult. Just make
Just
fucking follow us,
just make a YouTube fucking Mask Off Therapy page.
if you follow the
Make
page,
it real
Yeah.
simple.
all the videos are on there.
Yeah, when
Right.
you subscribe, it's gonna pop up.
It's gonna pop up. Plus, you're gonna get alerted to any other new shows
The notifications.
automatically that we put up.
Turn on your notifications.
Turn on your motherfucking notifications
And fucking follow us, bitch.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks everybody, and next time. Peace.
Peace.